Hi, good to see you again and welcome back to the CruiseAway show, one of 3 holiday getaway havens you can enjoy every day here on Gecko. I'm Derek, it's lovely to meet you, and it's my pleasure to guide you through the wonders of incredible cruise and travel journeys across the world. Coming up this time, wonderful escapism and the best of not cruising, but journeying with one of the newest names in luxury travel, Explora Journeys. Come with us as we take you on a tailored travel dream to far-off lands with the very finest of everything laid on for you every step of the way. We'll head to Spain, Morocco and Portugal together. We'll bask in the incredible Caribbean together. This will be quite some treat. So let's begin in the Caribbean, shall we? And plan seeing in 2026 together on a luxury Explora journey. Champagne in hand on the top deck of your dream journey. We leave Sydney on the 26th of December and fly over to San Juan in Puerto Rico in the Caribbean, where old meets new. You have some time to take it all in as we stay here for 3 nights in a hotel. And it really is a joyous place to be. We are out in the heart of the Caribbean. San Juan itself, as you can see from the footage here, it's just beautiful. It's idyllic, it's peaceful, it's charming, it's old meets new, it's coastal as well. So you've got the beaches. You're just going to have the greatest time. You'll want to stay forever and you'll want to come back. And of course, in the future, we will be able to bring you back as many times as you fancy, because it is one of the most charming parts of the Caribbean with lots to explore. Well, you've got plenty of time to do that as well over 3 nights before we set off on your Explora journey. Now you will be on board Explora 2 and she's stunning. These really are the most amazing ships. I've told you before, I'm sure, that I was lucky enough when Explora 1 first launched, of which Explora 2 is a carbon copy, to spend 4 nights on board. So I have lived the life, and it is very much about living a completely and utterly different life. They say themselves, enter an ocean state of mind, and you really do from the second you step on board, to a wonderful warm welcome and this feeling that you've got a good, nice, sizable ship, sort of medium sized by today's cruise standards, but less passengers on board, so more space for you, more luxury at every turn. Every single booking, every person travelling with Explora Journeys has an ocean terrace suite, and here's what they look like, and they are absolutely stunning. There are various grades of them, but everyone has a separate living area, has a wonderful ocean terrace which is much bigger than you would ever see on a commercial cruise ship balcony. Much bigger. Table and chairs are out there, as well as 2 lovely lounges for you to enjoy, and just lavish. Now Explora Journeys is all about, let me tell you just a little bit of the history of Explora Journeys. It was born out of the wishes and the ideas of the Aponti family, an Italian family who are the owners of the MSC shipping company and indeed the MSC cruise line. And they said to themselves, actually, you know what, we want to create something that's completely and utterly different. We want our passengers to actually enjoy, our guests to enjoy the kind of cruising that we enjoy to do, which is having the finest dining around you, is not forever dipping into your pocket for one reason or another. So, you know, full beers, wines, spirits, champagnes and other all included and taken for granted through your Explora journey. Enjoying the finest dining, very little fuss, lots and lots of attention, lots of enrichment as well. So bringing guest speakers from around the world to talk about the areas that we're traveling to, and also to talk about their speciality in life, their specialism, their former career maybe, or whatever it may be. So you want this lovely balance of everything being very easy and extremely luxurious, but very comfortable. Explora Journeys is for people who deserve the best and want the best, and they will get the best from Explora Journeys as well. I'll describe more of the experience and what's on board as we go through the show. But let's look at this particular itinerary. Remember, we've just started with 3 nights in San Juan in Puerto Rico, and we're now on board Explora 2 for the next 7 nights. And our first port is in the Leeward Islands in the Antilles, and we are in Road Bay, Anguilla, and you can experience the salts and sights of Anguilla here as well, visiting the salt blends and the salt beds, or having a relaxing beach day in Shoal Bay maybe. Next to St. John in the US Virgin Islands, they have a coastal exploration available here on a private catamaran if you fancy it, having a nice voyage along the coastline, snorkeling around a century-old shipwreck and more. 2 nights at sea next, because of course we're seeing in the new year. So what happens is Explora 2 will actually dock up just off the coast of San Juan in Puerto Rico, and that's where they will see in the new year, with lots and lots of fireworks, lots of parties, great atmosphere, and a stunning way to say hello to 2026 before we journey on to Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. The waterfalls of Dama Juaga are amazing. You can take a tour here to these waterfalls, hike through the jungle, swim in the natural pools and explore the caves too. A day at sea and we're in Key West off the States of America. Dolphin watching and mangrove kayaking are a big thing to do in this part of America. Of course, you can take a catamaran cruise in the Gulf of Mexico itself, or maybe paddle a kayak through Lake Passage. We end in Miami, and that is where sadly we say farewell to Explora 2 and hello to a 3-night hotel stay in exciting Miami. Now, having seen Miami recently, what a vast city this is, but so charming, so many different wonderful coastal districts for you to enjoy. And of course, if you're like me, spend some horizontal time on South Beach and just enjoy the amazing sunsets in Miami before we then fly back to Australia. Oh my word, everything about this is epic. When you journey with Explora Journeys, there is so much included as part of that experience as well. I'll take you through that in a lot more detail as we go through the show. But if you're looking at a very, very different way of seeing out 2025 and seeing in 2026, then this really is the ultimate kind of treat to yourselves, I guess. You leave the day after Christmas, so you leave on the 26th of December, flying from Sydney over to San Juan in Puerto Rico to enjoy a lovely, relaxing 3-night hotel stay there. You've just enjoyed your own Christmas celebrations, I'm sure, so chill out on some Caribbean beaches for a few days, and then lavish onboard Explora 2 for 7 nights around the Caribbean, enjoying the New Year's Eve celebrations on board in or just off the port of the coast of San Juan in Puerto Rico before journeying on to the Dominican Republic, Key West, and then leaving Explora 2 in Miami, having 3 nights in a hotel there, and then flying back to Sydney. Now, you are in an ocean terrace suite and you will feel like you really have landed in the ultimate of luxury, and I'll talk you through your ocean terrace suite as we go through the show. So this is about experience. This is about investing more in complete and utter luxury and comfort. I haven't even touched on the dining and the facilities and the other things that go on board Explora 2, but this is sophisticated journeying, but very, very comfortable and very accessible and very intoxicating as well. Something you could get very, very used to indeed. Now, we do have deposits available on this as well. So if you want to get this in the diary right now, and this price reflects the enormity of the experience as well. It's not just the part of the world that you're going to here. It is about just how much attention is lavished on you, just how much enrichment is part of this journey. And listen when I tell you about the kind of shopping experiences and boutiques that there are on board these ships. You will understand why we're investing that little bit more on that very, very much bigger and broader experience. Now, let's have a look at those inclusions that we have. So these are the things that you can take for granted on every Explora journey. So when you arrive on board, there's a welcome bottle of champagne waiting for you, your choice of a bottle of white or red wine, and a bottle of the spirit that you choose, which is an amazing welcome into your wonderful suite, your ocean terrace suite, which is gorgeous. Unlimited drinks right the way throughout your Explora journey, including a fully stocked in-suite minibar as well. There are 9 different culinary experiences, and I will talk you through those in just a moment. There's a full well-being and fitness program. You have access to the thermal spa, the salt cave on board, which is great. All of your onboard gratuities are included. High-speed Wi-Fi like you would not believe on board, fully ready for FaceTiming and doing live video calls and all the streaming that you want to. You could be watching literally log into your Netflix account on board, watch your films as you want to, watch the interactive TV on board as you want to. Shuttle services from ports into the city centre as well. If it's a tender port, obviously those tenders will be there, and they will be there very, very quickly as well. And you won't be waiting in a long line to get in to the actual ports themselves. And that's just a snapshot, to be honest with you. It's kind of like a small snapshot of the inclusions as part of your Explora journey. There are more details, of course, if you have a look at these offers on our website at cruiseaway.com.au. But I quite understand that, you know, it's a considered price because it's a considered experience, and it really is all about the experience when you are journeying with Explora Journeys. As I say, I've been lucky enough to be invited to test it out, and oh my word, they were 4 nights of my life I will never forget, honestly, because I had the greatest of times, because it was just so relaxed and effortless, and I met the most fascinating people on board as well. So let's get you back on board so I can tell you more about Explora Journeys as we take a journey of Carver castanets and Moroccan mystique now. Now, this is a 2-week Dream Away package, and it starts on the 29th of October. So we fly first from Sydney over to a wonderful city in Spain, into Barcelona, and we are there for a 3-night stay. Wow, this is a lovely, lovely precursor to what you're about to enjoy with Explora, actually, because Barcelona is such a city of contrasts. I mean, if you want the finest, most fabulous, chic restaurants, so many different varieties as well, then Barcelona is your city. If you are into arts and culture, absolutely, Barcelona is your city. If you love wandering through so many different contrasts, from wandering up and down Las Ramblas and seeing the street entertainers and all the shops and the bars and the restaurants, from seeing the Gaudi architecture, which is right the way through the city, it is a real special experience. And then we are back on board Explora Journey, for Explora 2, should I say, for your 9-night Explora journey in an ocean terrace suite. And the suites themselves, again, are absolutely wonderful. And I'll walk you through those because you have lots and lots of space, as you would imagine. Beautifully decorated. The suites themselves are huge bed, separate living area, wonderful mini bar, coffee machines there for you, champagne waiting when you arrive, and petit fours when you first arrive, with a bottle of red or white wine and a bottle of spirit of your choice, which is lovely. This is the lobby bar, which is incredible. They have a Steinway piano in there, and here's some of the restaurants as well. And I say restaurants, they are complete culinary experiences, every single one of them. The first one that we saw just a moment ago there was Sakura. You saw with the lovely almost cherry blossom above you there, which is Pan-Asian cuisine. So beautifully prepared, so wonderfully tailored, and all served up in a very, very kind of relaxing atmosphere as well. And of course, whatever you are enjoying to eat, there'll be wonderful wine pairings to go with that as well. Incredible desserts, and you can kind of go through a wine flight through your meal as well and pair a different wine to each course that you want to. This is the level that Explora Journeys really operate on. Seeing the videos on this is amazing. It gives you a small snapshot of just how wonderfully easy and wonderful. You see all the tables there. They're nicely spaced. It's just a table for a few people at a time, with nice spacing, with amazing menus, so beautifully curated. In fact, one of the culinary experiences on board is Anthology, and that has an experience fee with it, and it's one of the feature restaurants. And what happens is every few months a different Michelin star chef comes and hosts that restaurant, and I think it's something like 10 people a night only can enjoy this dining experience. And it's a wonderful kind of 7-course tasting menu with wine pairings. It's a very, very special night to enjoy. But there are a number of other dining experiences. Your casual dining, by the way, works very differently to a traditional cruise ship buffet. They have stations, right, but everything's freshly prepared and then is brought to you at the table. You're then enjoying table service. You can have freshly made pizzas, freshly made pastas. I mean, they make everything from fresh to order for you. So it really is, the whole thing is a very, very tailored experience, and it's very, very nice to wander around. I was talking about the shopping before as well. They have some of the most unique boutiques at sea. Cartier and Rolex have their own boutiques, independent boutiques on Explora journeys. They've never done it anywhere else at sea before. That is the calibre of Explora journeys. So we're out of Barcelona for 9 nights, a day at sea to Tangier in Morocco, where you can head to Petit Socco and the Casbah here. Really lovely cafe scene here. Stroll through the Casbah, do some shopping, enjoy the wonderful scenery too. Next we are in Lisbon in Portugal, capital of Portugal of course, and it is one of the most idyllic cities. I'm so glad we're here for 2 days. UNESCO heritage sites galore here, Geronimo's Monastery, the Belém Tower and so much more, and it's just a gorgeous city to wander and shop actually. A day at sea and we're on the Costa del Sol of Spain now in Malaga. There's a Ronda Valley excursion here as well, see the landscapes, breathtaking views, historic sites. Visit the Puente Nuevo Bridge as well and enjoy a lovely wine tasting on a destination experience you can book with Explora. A day at sea to Valencia, where you can go on a paella cooking class, which would be lovely to do. Learn how to make it with a local chef and then enjoy it at the end of the tour. Very nice indeed. We'll then disembark in Barcelona, saying a fond farewell to Explora 2. You will want to be back for some more, I can promise you, and then we will fly you back here to Oz. It's just a dream, I have to say. I was very, very lucky, as I say, to be on board Explora Journeys for a few nights going around around parts of the UK. And it was stunning. It was a very, very relaxing experience. If you do book up destination experiences in the ports as well, your guides are there, it's small groups, there is no waiting, there is no crowding. And again, that makes more of every destination that you go to as well. Because if you are taking a tour, a destination experience, you are in a very, very small and tailored group there. But if you wander yourself, you are straight off the ship. There is no waiting. And it's brilliant. So this is a dream of an escape into the world of the billionaires without having to be one. This is for the end of October, and we fly from Sydney over to Barcelona for a 3-night hotel stay there before joining Explora 2 for 9 nights, heading to amazing destinations in Spain, Morocco and Portugal in the lap of luxury. Plus, of course, you'll fly back from Barcelona to Oz in an ocean terrace suite on a price tag I know will not hold for long. A price tag I know will not stay at this price tag for very long. There is a deposit available if you want to book this right now, but I would not delay one moment if this is the kind of experience you want to enjoy. And remember all of those inclusions that we talked to you about that you can take for granted as part of an Explorer journey. Let's remind ourselves of those. Full drinks right the way through, and I'm talking top drawer as well. I'm talking about your finest fabulous wines, beers, spirits, champagne and more. There's a bottle of champagne waiting in your suite when you first arrive, which is a very special experience. Wonderful culinary dining experiences all the way through. A wonderful enrichment program including guest luminary speakers that come on board that are there for you to talk to and consult, not just listen to a presentation, but actually see your guest luminaries around the Explorer journey ship and interact with them. Have dinner with them. I mean, it's not unusual at all. Wonderful high-speed Wi-Fi, part of the offering, and as I said before, those shuttle services that get you straight from the port right into the city centre for you, which means that you're enjoying more of that holiday time in the port. So if you are interested in any of these offers, call us now, 1300 408 764. Talk to our team. And let's take one final adventure with Explorer Journeys now, and it's a journey of infinite enchantment in the Lesser Antilles. 16 nights, starts on the 2nd of December by flying from Sydney over to Miami for a 3-night hotel stay there. Miami, gorgeous, gorgeous city, as we know. Really nice, actually, after we've done the long journey, of course, the flight over from Sydney over to Miami, to just chill out and enjoy. You've got 3 nights there in a hotel. It's a good couple of days to get the clock back where it needs to be, to enjoy the sunshine, to get down to Windward Walls, maybe, and see the funky artwork there. Get down to Little Havana and enjoy the lovely vibe there. Go and visit, you know, the big iconic places there are in the city as well. There are lots and lots of different districts within Miami that you have the chance to discover. Or maybe you're just chilling out and waiting for your Explorer journey. Well, wait no longer. Here she is, Explorer 2, taking us away on a 9-night journey. As I said before, these journeys are beautifully curated and I would say to you, almost regardless of where you're going on an Explora journey, you will absolutely, day by day, you'll feel like you'll have to be dragged away from Explora 2, because the time on board is so relaxing. And as well, the kind of people that travel with Explora journeys are people who are well travelled or have a good story, and you've plenty of time because it is a smaller passenger number and a higher crew ratio. Great things happen. First of all, you get to meet and interact and have time to spend with your fellow passengers, which is fascinating. But also the team on board as well. The team are amazing. I mean, everything is impeccable. Your suite itself is so beautifully looked after and is so beautiful in its own right, you might never want to leave it. Remember, you have your ocean terrace with table and chairs and a couple of lovely big oversized lounges out on the terrace. That kind of talks to you about the size of those terraces, and there are other opportunities to upgrade further if you want to. There are lovely penthouses on board. You can take a lovely penthouse with a whirlpool on your terrace if you want to. I mean, every single one of those suites is just amazing, and the whole offering, you know, from the beginning of the day right the way through the into the evening, is kind of tailored for you. There are wonderful relaxing places to be. There's a whiskey lounge, there's a cigar lounge, and there are a couple of very special experiences that happen day by day as well. Of course, in the evening, rather than having a more sort of formal entertainment program, people head into the Journeys Lounge, which is sort of set out like almost like a theatre entertainment space, but it's a little bit more low-key and it's a little bit more interactive, which is quite nice to see. There's also a very special afternoon tea that happens, and I've just remembered, and I can picture it now. You're sat there and you are enjoying your time, and then 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I think it is, in the Explora Lounge, afternoon tea arrives, and you're presented with a wonderful trolley of cakes and sandwiches and little light bites, and you're presented with a range of leaf teas to choose from. Custom blends, yes, English breakfast, blends from around the world, custom blends that they'll make on board for you as well. I mean, honestly, the attention to detail of every experience that you have on board, I'll never forget it. It was just incredible. And I think the part of the world you're in here as well would kind of lend itself that if you didn't necessarily want to go and explore the ports, you could just simply feel like you really had Explorer 2 to yourself when she's in port, enjoy the very finest of everything, and just enjoy the wonderful Caribbean views. But for those of you who want to explore, I've got some ideas for you. We're sailing out of Miami into Charlotte Amalie, where you can do a sky ride gondola to Paradise Point, which sounds pretty good. Sweeping views of the coastline and some lovely shopping right at the very top if you fancy. Then we head to Pointe Pitre in Guadeloupe, which is lovely. You can go to the national park here. It's a UNESCO World Biosphere Reserve. And you can visit the Crayfish Waterfall and the botanical gardens here, which are pretty special too. Next, we head into Rosal, which is in Dominica. Champagne Reef geothermal snorkeling is a big thing to do here. I mean, how wonderful. Tropical fish, volcanic vents, snorkeling. I mean, just incredible. You've got a lot to do on that day. Next, we go into Castries in St. Lucia. There's a catamaran voyage to the Pitons here if you fancy it. And your skipper drops anchor so you can see the Pitons and do a little bit of swimming and snorkeling there on the catamaran, enjoying champagne, I'm sure. Next to St. George's in Grenada, where you can take a boat tour to the underwater sculpture park here, which is fascinating. It's just off the coast at Molinaire Bay, and you can see it there on the picture down at the bottom there. Next, we head into Kingstown, which is St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There's a Botanic Gardens adventure here where you can explore the sanctuary and look for the endangered Amazon parrot, which resides here as well in very small numbers. Lovely tropical plants and flowers too. Now, we disembark in Bridgetown in Barbados, but Barbados itself has so much to offer and so much to see. and you want some time to really enjoy it. So rather than flying straight back, we're going to stay here in a hotel for 3 nights and enjoy everything there is on offer in wonderful Barbados. Of course, it's going to be a wonderful warm welcome. There are lots of different adventures. That looks fascinating, doesn't it, into the cave system there. There's wonderful tropical forests to go and explore, lots of water adventures, lots of tourist adventures that you could take as well. So this is very nice. And of course, after our 3 nights in Barbados, that, I'm afraid, is sadly where we have to fly back to Oz. So this is December, a lovely break to truly remember with CruiseAway. A deposit today makes the dream come true and includes your flight to Miami, a 3-night hotel stay there, and then your Explora journey of 9 nights around incredible ports in the Caribbean with the finest of dining, drinks, high-speed Wi-Fi and no crowding as you lavish in their wonderful service, ending the journey in Bridgetown, Barbados, where you stay for 3 nights in a hotel before your flight back to Sydney. And I'm so sorry I've run through all of these like a train, but I want to give you the price tag because I think I know already from our time on the ship, and we've been on Explorer journeys right the way through this show, having a good look around the ship, and the surroundings that you are enjoying. And it certainly does. It turns your head in a very different way. This is one of the newest additions, remember, Explorer Journeys, to the cruising market. But the company's heritage, remember, lies in the Aponte family, who own the MSC shipping company and indeed MSC, the cruise line as well. This is turning a very new page for that dynasty. Here is the overview again very quickly. All of the inclusions that you have while you're on board an Explorer Journeys journey, which is, I mean, it's stunning from end to end. It is effortless. The finest boutique shopping on board included. Of course, you've got that wonderful range of culinary experiences there. Unlimited drinks, of course, including your in-suite minibar, welcome champagne. You've got shuttle services from the ports into the city centres. High-speed Wi-Fi like you never ever would believe. I mean, literally, you can watch movies and films, make video calls, you can do it all with the high-speed Wi-Fi which is on board. I very much enjoyed that while I was there, because there was one night, actually, I did 4 nights, and one of the nights I decided, right, that I'm having a night in. So I stayed in my suite, I ordered room service in, an amazing room service menu, everything arrived piping hot, absolutely beautiful, it literally had just come out of the kitchen, and I sat there and watched a wonderful film and just enjoyed some time sitting out on the terrace. In fact, I did some work, as I laughingly call it, on the ocean terrace, and it was wonderful. Had a big table there, plenty of room for my laptop and everything else. It was great just looking out to the ocean. What's not to love about that? I mean, when you love working, when you're on holiday, I mean, it's got to be a good holiday, right? Anyway, listen, if you're interested in any of those offers or any other Explorer journey, we cover them all, remember, here at CruiseAway, and we can tailor every single one of them with an amazing holiday package with stays around the world as well. So do speak to our team. That's what we're here for. 1300 408 764. It's a toll-free call, remember. And in terms of shows, we're about to run out of time on this one, but we are here 3 times a day on Gecko at 10 in the morning and 1 and 4 in the afternoon. And of course, all our shows are on our YouTube channel. Just go and search YouTube for CruiseAway Australia and you'll find me there. And I'll be back for another show very soon. Take care.